Welcome back to the channel, all you beautiful people out there. We about to get into Americans who are shocked by the UK's drinking culture, which is different than American drinking culture, obviously. So, with that being said, what's smoking on my dragons, divine, righteous, almighty, greats, overachieving, never slacking. Today, we are flying back over to the UK, and we're gonna go ahead and dive right in. Let's head over to TikTok. Here we go.
The one thing I'm confused about is how do you drink beers at 11?
We had to wake up early to go to this shoot. There's dudes full running here 9 a.m. that were pulling up to the pub to have a pint.
We think it's bad in America where you gotta put in pain at 6 a.m. These motherfuckers are waking up at 5 a.m., drinking, and then going to mine coal. I would drink at 9 a.m. too if I had to go play Minecraft for 9 hours in real life.
Straight.
This brother is dressed like a vampire right now, man. Talking about people waking up and all that.
The one thing I'm confused about is how
He looked like he can't be out in the daylight, man. He look like he friends with Dracula, but no, they definitely seem pretty shocked there, for sure.
do you drink beers at 11?
We had to wake
People are funny, I tell you.
The UK is a crazy place. I've been living here. I'm American, but I've been living here for a little over 5 years. Differences in the UK and the US, but let me talk about drinking. First and foremost, the legal drinking age here is 18. In the US, it's 21. When here and you're young, like I did, I moved here when I was 18, you're having a good time. But drinking is just so normal here. Monday through Sunday, these people are drinking. And some of it, it's fun. You're out with friends, you just grab a beer, you grab a wine, you grab whatever, you go to the pub. It's just a different world. The other thing is that pubs are really family friendly, most of them. You'll see kids in the bar or in the pubs. That was a shocker to me. But the biggest thing,
Okay, so in America, depending on the bar, I can't say you'll see kids like that, but I know some are family friendly too, to where, like, I don't drink, right? All my friends drink or smoke, whatever, right? But I would go to a place in my hometown called Sniley's for the wings. They're like the best wings ever. They love it. So it's like I would go to eat wings and things like that. But have I seen kids in there? I don't think I've ever seen kids in there, no.
biggest thing that shocked me is how comfortable people are drinking at work or in a work environment around your coworkers. So when I was working like office jobs here, 4 o'clock hits on Thursdays, they'd roll around a drinking cart around the office so people can like drink, and you get to choose your drink. So I was just had a wine. But crazy to me, like a bar cart would be, the bell ding 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 ding, and they roll around the bar cart. And like the US company parties, corporate parties, they don't have anything on the way that they do it in the UK, because these people go in. So normal to see your boss be wasted, waved on the floor, like it is for you to just see your coworkers be in that state, and then you come back in Monday like boom, nothing even happened, nothing changed. And it's like, it's nice because it reminds you that okay, everyone here is just a human. But I don't really think it's that healthy. People will probably come for me and like defend British drinking culture, but it's not the healthiest thing. You always need alcohol to like hang out and connect with people. So now for me, whenever I go back to the US, I always have to like readjust my mindset and be like, okay, drinking isn't, so normalized. The other thing is you can carry alcohol on the streets in most places. Some places they're like, you can't carry alcohol. Like, you can have a beer, you can have your little can of wine out in the street and just drink it, and it's not an issue. Whereas in the US, I know that that's illegal. So if you're moving to the UK, you're an American, or you're working here, keep that in mind, that the drinking culture is really different. I don't know. Let me know if you think it's not that bad. The UK.
Okay, so I must admit that is crazy. From the culture, from coming from American culture, to see people drinking at work is just something that is very, very, like, we never see that, right? That's, I don't want to say the word rare because I've never heard of that happening. So it's non-existent, for the most part. Yeah, I'm trying to think so hard, like right now, like where have I? No, no, I don't. No, you even got alcohol smell on your breath. It's a wrap. Somebody gonna come talk to you and send you home for the most part. So, but I don't think us as Americans have any room to judge on what's healthy and what's not healthy because America has a lot of work to do in that department. Uh, there's a lot of people that do. On the flip side of the coin, there's a lot of people that do come to work high off pills, drugs, all type of, the caffeine and monster drinks and all this crazy stuff that they need just to get through the day. So if that's part of their culture and it's been working for a long time and somehow they're still healthy and they're happy, I mean, if we really want to talk about it when it comes to Americans, they do a lot of crazy stuff just to function, literally, right? So we cannot judge in that department. Someone in the comments said a drinking cart. I think your office has a problem. To be honest, I'm almost 50 and I've never seen or heard of such a thing. Once again, non-existent. I'm sitting here thinking like I'm 32 years old, guys, and I've worked many jobs, and I don't. No, that was never tolerated. That was never allowed. Um, Someone said the cart isn't a normal thing. To be honest, 50 years of working in offices in the UK and never seen alcohol trolley. In his 60s, you would have tea trolley come around. Okay, hold on. So this is going in a whole nother direction. Where was she working at? Because people from the UK are saying that they've never. Someone else said, "Where are you working?" Drink cart. Like someone said, legal drinking age is actually 5 years old, but that's at home. Someone said a drinking cart. OMG. I've worked in England my whole life. I've never seen that. Um, they said, although I have worked in the hospital for a good few years. All right. Okay, see, this guy proves my point. He said lived in California for 20 years. Only difference I saw was Americans drink secretly. America, they do a lot of stuff secretly. I'm gonna be honest. That's the thing about America is America, like they like to smile in your face, but secretly, secretly they doing the dirt. America got a whole lot of skeletons. Like they got the closet with skeletons. You can hardly close the closet, but then they like point the finger and judge. So yeah, Americans don't got no room to judge, man. Seriously.
One of the biggest culture shocks that I've had living as an American in London is how much people here drink. Like, it's insane. For example, yesterday, me and my team, we were having a meeting, and then they were just like, should we go for a drink? It was 3 p.m. We went and had 2 beers, went back to work, and then afterwards, we all went for after work drinks at 5:30, and we had, like, I don't even know, like 4 or 5 drinks. Like, people here drink a lot. And that was honestly, like, one of the biggest, like, things I had to adjust to. I've adjusted well. Like, my tolerance is literally through the roof now. But it's kind of weird. Like, in the US, that would never happen. And people would be like, oh, that's really weird, and then wait until the weekend to drink. But, like, here, people kind of just, like, take it day by day, and they have more fun during the week rather than, like, living till the weekend, which I kind of like because you're not just, like, living to work. You're working to live. And all of my friends who have visited here have also said the same thing. They're like, I cannot keep up with British people. And I was like, I know. I have literally had to build up a tolerance to live here. It's insane. One of the biggest culture shocks that I've had.
She said she had to build up a tolerance to live there. Man, the culture is so different, man. It's incredible, honestly. Just looking at the difference and looking at how, it's like day and night and just the way of thinking. Wow, wow, wow.
I moved to London from Florida about a year ago. These are some of the things that I have found to be the most interesting since moving here. Drinking. I am originally from Colombia, and in Colombia we can drink. Drinking in England is a whole different level. These people can freaking drink. They can drink all day, morning, afternoon, night, at the airport, at the pub, and it's totally normal. Before I really knew anybody who was British, I always thought that British people were just very quiet. That's not the case. They're actually loud, fun, funny, witty, like British people are freaking amazing, and you will most likely have a great time with them. Pub culture. I had no idea what pub culture was until I got here. Thankfully, I got here around summer. I saw all of the pubs with people outside, families, group of friends, older people, younger people. Everybody gathers at the pubs, and it's just the best time. I moved.
That sounds beautiful. It sounds like it's part of their culture. It's in their DNA. It's who they are. Seems like they've been doing it long enough for generations and decades and centuries to the point where they know what they're doing. Right. A lot of things are just we gotta realize in America, it's so much things that's still so new to us. We are such a boiling pot. We've been for so long. So much has changed and so many people have that came over have been Americanized, and then every decade has been changing so fast, and it's not like a set culture. Like American culture is not like a set. It's so much has changed. It's just crazy. So when we go other places, uh, things may shock us, but we may not realize. Okay, they've been doing this for a long time. Like we kind of get distracted and we start doing, and then everything's a trend every 5 seconds over here. So, this becomes part of the culture, and then this, and then and everybody's doing this for the next 2 years, and it's America is wild. Someone said this is 100% correct. The drinking part is brilliant, but pub culture is about meeting people. Soon as someone says you all right, you have friends. That's amazing. It's amazing that someone asking you if you're all right is that's it right there. There's the start of a friendship. Because I know in New York, depending where you are, if someone asks you all right, like usually it's like you did something to piss them off, or you're moving, a little awkward, or something ain't right, and they gotta be like, you all right, like it's a problem, kind of like thing. So yeah, it definitely differs based on where you are, you know. So let's see.
We're back with another British taste test. I'm Mina the.
Okay, so they on. We'll that's a whole nother video right there. They doing British, um, just British drinks. So that was a pretty cool video. Just looking at people being shocked and surprised, and yeah, they were that one lady from Colombia. Well, she's from Colombia originally, then America, then she went out there and she loved it. She loved the culture. She really got to see who they are when they open up, and I've had a couple, more than a couple, open up to me online. That's been really nice, been very supportive. Uh, but you just kind of, I guess, got to access that side to them. And when you access that side, and they see you're solid people, yeah, then you really get to see what that culture really about. So with that being said, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, or if you're from the other side of the pond or across the pond, are you a big drinker? Like, how do y'all feel about that lady saying people were moving around an alcohol cart? That's interesting. That's see in school when we used to have to go to like detention when we'd get expelled, there would be somebody moving around a cart with your food on it. The food for you to grab a salami sandwich or whatever. I couldn't imagine like you at work, and someone just, hey, what kind of alcohol you want today? We got you want some. I mean, that's. I was believing it until I read the comments and I seen someone say they've been working out there for 50 years and never seen that. So is that true? Have you ever heard from my people from over there? Have you ever heard anything like that ever happen? Ever? Or was that just like some once in a lifetime, we got to figure out where she was working kind of thing. Like, where was she working? What's the culture like? Was that legal? Was that supposed to happen? I don't know. So I'll be back with more soon. If you enjoyed this reaction, definitely don't hesitate to hit that like, that subscribe, that notification bell. And hey, we gonna have fun, man. I'm feeling real good. Got a lot of great videos coming soon.